Alright, I have a question for you Valorant players. What do you think is the most broken weapon in Valorant? Is it the Operator, which is one-shot prowess at long range? The Vandal, which is reminiscent of the AK-47 from Counter-Strike? The Judge, in which we get stricken down in close range? You're wrong. It's none of those things, apparently. Introducing to you the most broken thing Riot has ever created. Actually, never mind. I think we all know how busted this gun actually is. I mean, one look at it is enough to instantly know this gun packs a punch. And by punch, I mean a million punches. It's literally Star Platinum if Star Platinum was a gun. And you can't deny that. Alright, let's take a look at the Odin and see why it's earned its notoriety. It has a fire rate of 12.5 to 15.6 bullets per second, with 100 bullets in its magazine and 200 more secondary ammo. Now, each bullet deals around 95 to 75 damage for head to close at medium range, 38 to 31 damage for body shots varying close medium range, then 32 to 26 damage for leg shots. Wait, what? Excuse me. It deals this much damage and has 100 bullets in its chamber. So basically, adding the math up, in close range and one chamber, this gun can deal as much as 4,028 damage. Am I saying this right? And add to the fact that this is just the first 100 bullets. Multiply that damage by 3 and this gun can deal 12,084 damage in total. Keep in mind though, this is just an estimate because I might have not checked my math properly, but holy fuck, dividing this by 150, which is the default max health of an agent, and the Odin can kill you at least 80 times in one chamber. And that's not the worst part. This is the span of 18 seconds. Seriously, you can use this gun and just single-handedly win the round and tilt the enemy team, which can help you turn the tide of battle, or just make them use the Odin as well. So I'd advise you to use this if you know what you're getting yourself into.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out.
I know this is a bit off topic, but I also wanted to show you a different game that managed to balance the same type of gun as the Odin. My friends, let us dive into a game called... And I can say confidently that this is my favorite shooter of all time. So, in the game, there's a certain gun wielded by a certain Russian man. That's right, it's the minigun from TF2. So how did Valve and the devs of TF2 balance this huge gun? Well, the reasons would be listed right here. Number 1, it's wielded by the tankiest and slowest class in the game, so mobility is an issue. Number 2, it doesn't fire in a straight line unlike the Odin. Instead, it fires around in a circular motion, making it only extremely lethal at close range or a viable mid-range weapon, making it very useless at long distances. Number 3, this weapon cannot wallbang. Contrary to what this weapon could do, wallbang is not a concept that exists in TF2, so basically the opponent has to be in your line of sight, and that makes it really harder on the already immobile heavy. Alright, so my medic's really low, so the best bet would be to hide here, wait for the Uber chart. It's so close, I could feel it. So, medic, stop peeking out the window. Medic, wait your Uber chart! And these 3 reasons are what balance the minigun in TF2. And these differences make up for a lot, considering these guns are almost the same, albeit from 2 different worlds. But the very concept is the same, a big gun that can do big damage. One is perfectly balanced as all things should be, and the other is a literal menace to society. I mean, come on man, I really hate this gun. And since you've clicked on this video, you're probably wondering if I had any strategies to counter the Odin. Well, I have a few, but you might not like them. Using the Operator is a good counter to the Odin, since it naturally beats it long range, and you just have to keep your distance and hit your shots. Though some of you may not be good at using the Operator, or rarely use it at all, so I guess it's more of a personal preference for me to counter the Odin. Since the Odin has a first bullet delay before firing, naturally, a player with better aim and faster reaction time can beat the Odin. And of course, it's not much use to you, I assume. Though, the Odin is stronger in defending, because holding angles is his primary advantage rather than pushing with an Odin. Riot, I have to ask, what the fuck is your balance team doing? I watched this nice animation that Riot made and it's such a good explanation to the lore. So you're telling me Riot can expend this much into animation and storytelling, but can barely balance anything in the games? In our series though, I think some nerfs are needed for this gun. And I don't mean this kind of nerf, Riot.
Nerf or not? It's the impressive power of the Nerf Mega Mastodon, the biggest motorized Nerf blaster ever.
Since this gun is intended to be a powerhouse that can mow down a team, or at least put them in disarray, it should be nerfed. The delay of firing its first bullet is just not enough a nerf, since the user just has to be prepared and position himself where the enemy has a disadvantage when going against the Odin. Or just wallbang a spot helpless enemies take cover in. An idea I have to nerf this gun is to drastically increase the price to 4,200 credits, because let's face it, this gun is too cheap to honestly hold this much power. Speaking of power, this power, it's godly. Oh my god, so that's why it's named Odin. It's a god amongst weapons in the game. How could I have not realized this? Wait a minute, this is all a trap. All this power, it's too much for a mere human to use. It's making us drunk with power. Using this thing, it's like making a deal with the devil. Oh no, I've got to tell this to everyone. If you're listening, this gun is destroying the community. The moment everyone uses this gun, havoc ensues. Order shall fall. This game, it won't be the same anymore.